Hey there guys, what is going on? I know we are back with a double upload today, which is not that common, but we have of course received the patch notes for this Season 3 update, which is very, very exciting. And apparently I was wrong with when exactly the patch was going up because, I'm downloading it right now, so I think it is about 16 gigabytes, meaning that's probably 15 to 20 gigabytes on your Xbox or your PS4, depending on what you do play on, but it is about 16 on PC because it's about halfway done. But yeah, we're going to talk about the sort of upcoming patch notes that are going into the game as of apparently right now. We did do a little bit of a video talking about what is actually in the patch notes with this sort of roadmap and a little bit more depth with this video here, so go check it out. If you haven't, it does need a little bit of love and a little bit more of a push to try and get that 15 like goal that I did set earlier. And we're also going for a 15 like goal on this video as well. But yeah, we're just going to run through the patch notes like we usually do, point out anything that is significant. And yeah, there's some good stuff in here that I have already read through these, but let's talk about them here. So we're starting with some general fixes as we usually do. We've lowered the amount of max XP and score given for decro grenade assist. That's weird. Back-end fixes to help memory error 1371 issues. If you're still experiencing this error, make sure you do reach out to the customer support. Never seen that before. We have fixed a bug where more than one dog would be present in the squad walk in the main player menu. Alright, I don't know what... More than one dog? Dogs? As the owner of a regiment, players could sometimes see an error when selecting another player in their regiment. This has been fixed. Fixed an issue where players were unable to skip cutscenes, yada yada yada. Fixed a bug where players were sometimes unable to see clan tags. Fixed an issue where some players could encounter graphical corruptions, which is interesting, I suppose. I've never seen anything like that. Fixed an area on St. Petrograd that lacked collision and allowed the recon drone to fly out of bounds. Okie dokie. Fixed a bug that could prevent players from speaking to their team in a custom match if they already switched teams after the match started. Okay. We have some audio changes here as well. There's not too much to talk about in the general. Like, if they are experiencing or were experiencing these bugs, at least hopefully they're going to be fixed now. With the audio changes, they've lowered the volume of the plane audio during infill, which is really, really nice. Like, the plane in Warzone is dumb loud. So we've also lowered the audio once you enter the gulag because that's pretty loud too. Like, getting dragged into the gulag is one of the loudest things you'll ever experience. And they reduced the volume of occluded fire and distant weapons, so I think you might not be able to hear gunshots as loudly, maybe? We'll see. Some footstep sounds while ADS and crouch were cut short on the distance you could hear them, depending on the surface type. That's interesting. So it seems to be they're trying to sort of work out some of the footstep problems that have been sort of not really addressed in Warzone yet. So hopefully that does come up, and footsteps are a little bit easier to hear, hopefully. But again, we'll see once we get to play this and sort of notice some changes and stuff like that in the game. With the weapon changes, there's not been too many, but there's been some pretty noticeable stuff here, like some tightening of pellet spreads, ADS speeds and stuff like that. They fixed an issue where the line breaker variant of the EBR could outperform the base version of the same weapon. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I've never seen that before. Players with the Cherry Blossom variant of the Akimbo handguns could have broken animations while ADS on ladders. This has been fixed. I imagine you will maybe able to shoot with both hands while holding onto the ladder at the same time. Just a guess. Firing a smoke grenade with the underbarrel 40mm smoke screen launcher did not emit any smoke from the grenade. Surely not. Surely not. Like, has that been a thing? Whatever. Attaching the sniper scope to the Mark II carbine while in the gunsmith would show a white opaque lens. This has been fixed. I didn't notice that when I did that, but apparently that was a thing. Tightened the pellet spread on the slug 6-round mags for the Model 680. Why is there a pellet spread for slug rounds at all? Okay. Akimbo weapons now start with 2 extra magazines of ammunition instead of 1, which is good. Makes it a little bit easier to run those solo sort of Akimbo classes. It just sort of makes them more consistent overall. Tightened up the hip spread on the VLK Rogue shotgun. I don't have an exact sort of measurement to compare this to, but that's always good. The VOK Rogue definitely did need some love because it has been basically one of the worst guns in the game. Like, you can do okay stuff with it on like Shipment or maybe Shoothouse as a push, but yeah, it's not one of the better guns in the game. Also decreased ADS spread for the shotgun slugs, which again, why do shotgun slugs have spread, bro? What, like, you only shoot one bullet, you shouldn't miss. Added descriptions to slugs noting that longer barrels and chokes improve ADS accuracy, which I mean, fair enough. Like, that's a thing that you probably should include. But again, the same point, why do slugs have accuracy? You should just point the gun and the bullet should go exactly. This isn't CSGO. Like, the bullets should go exactly where you want them to go, but apparently they don't. So Updating names of weapons to match weapon logos. The 725, the FTAC Equilibrium renamed to the Cronin Equilibrium. The SA85, the FSS SA87 Heavy Stock Pro has been renamed the XRK SA87 Heavy Stock Pro. The Ram 7 XRK range is now the FSS Ranger. Maybe we can get another class edit video on that based on them changing the names of the attachments. Oh, that's big brain. And the Grau 556, the FSS 26.4-inch Archangel, has been renamed to the Tempest 26.4-inch Archangel. Incoming best new Grau 556 class setup video with the Tempest 26.4-inch Archangel barrel. Insane, can't wait for that. We've got some special operation stuff that I never really care about too much. There's various errors and stuff like that. Added a screen text to call out when a player's vehicle's damaged. Yada, yada, yada. There's not too interesting. Like, I don't really dig the co-op stuff. Like, my mates have played and they told me that it wasn't super great. But, I mean, it's playable. Warzone. We now tell you how far away you are from your teammates in a match. That's very, very handy. Like, just being able to be aware of where your teammates are is super strong. Fix for the gas mask animation, interrupting and blocking players from deploying their parachute. I'm pretty sure they said they fixed that last time. Apparently they didn't and maybe had to fix it again. Various exploit fixes, of course. Fix for a bug where players were unable to revive teammates after getting interrupted during the initial revive animation. Okay. Fix a bug where players could be killed by vehicles without being near the player. Interesting. I mean, if that's something you've ever experienced before, you'll probably be very frustrated by that. But at least they've tried to fix it now, so hopefully that is one of those things that did go away. We've also fixed an issue that could display the incorrect rank on screen after the player's game application had been suspended and reopened. That typically applies to PlayStation and Xbox users, but I'd never experienced that, so that's not too interesting. Fixed an issue where deploying a recon drone would use the voiceover lines for a personal radar. That voiceover was also heard by all players on the map. This has been fixed. Sometimes I don't think that they, test their game. You wouldn't think that the people who make this game actually play it based on some of the decisions and the bugs that actually exist within it. It's weird. I just don't understand some of the things that come up sometimes. You would think that in 2020, a AAA developer under the Activision brand would actually have some control over, the things that go into its patches and the bugs, but apparently not. Fix for a bug where players could become invisible if they became downed while switching seats in Attack Rover. Cool. That's insane. While spectating a player in the Gulag, the option to redeploy your teammates would appear on screen, even though they cannot be redeployed. I've actually seen that before. That's fairly annoying and decent little fix there. If a player spectates the winning team of a Battle Royale match, the After Action report will display the winning team score in the scoreboard tab. This has been fixed. Plunder fixed a bug where players couldn't swap out the M13 for any other weapon in the Plunder tutorial. I don't even remember the Plunder tutorial. Was that a thing? I don't think I've ever done that before. Battle Royale fixed for players unable to self-revive in solos. Alright. Increased price of loadout drop within the buy station to 10,000. Yes! Again, one of those things that sort of separates Warzone from other Battle Royales is, of course, the loadout drop system. But when everybody's able to get a loadout drop super, super quickly and, at no real cost, it's a bit weird. It sort of just becomes whoever's got the best gun will end up winning most gunfights. So having to be more expensive is actually a really, really good thing. And I do appreciate them increasing or continuing to increase the price of the loadout drop. That's pretty cool. Removed blood splatter and screen shake when being punched in the Gulag waiting area. That's very, very keen. Just two dudes just punching on. Just everybody wants to punch you in the back of the head while you're just waiting there, chilling in the Gulag. I'm guilty of that, just punching everybody. So that's good. Nice that the blood splatter and the screen shake is gone. I wonder if the sound still plays. I don't know. Removed lost column from the Battle Royale leaderboard and replaced with top 10s. That's nice. Fixed an issue with the final circles occurring out of bounds or in undesirable areas. That could be significant, but it sort of depends on what they mean by undesirable areas. They should have probably been more specific there. I mean, I imagine undesirable areas probably exists on there's no water on the map, is there? I mean, there is the ocean towards the bottom of the map, I think, but I don't know. It's just one of those things where hopefully that fixes a lot of the busted circles that do sometimes occur, so we'll see, I suppose. And fixed issue with armor plates and kill streaks being unusable under certain conditions. Again, not very specific there, but we can't do anything about that. And PC several fixes to prevent crashes and improve stability. So they put that in there all the time, so that's a good thing for sure. But yeah, actually a way shorter patch notes than I was expecting with the Season 3 update. I was probably expecting way more weapon balancing, but we did get a couple of different changes. We might do a VOK Rogue look again, and maybe some of the slug shotguns this time, see how they are, and so on. We'll go from there. But yeah, that's a pretty basic sort of class setup. Patch notes video, unfortunately, wasn't too much to talk about, but we did manage to get it done. Double upload today here, of course. Again, if you haven't checked this video where we talk about the Season 3 details a little bit more, go check it out here again in the top right-hand corner. It'll be there, and waiting for you to press the like button, of course. Again, thank you very much for watching this one. I do appreciate that, of course. If you haven't already, make sure you do leave a like and do subscribe on this one as well. I, of course, very much appreciate all of you. We did recently hit 820 subscribers, which is absolutely insane, and we're on the way to 900. So thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye!